Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Monday, January 15th, 2018. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. With the official start of the season only a few weeks away now, I'm starting to feel the excitement surrounding some of the big names from this year's rookie class. And that might actually go double for 2017 North American Overall Classic Physique champ, Amit Roy. The latest buzz surrounding Roy and his team stems from a handful of updates that have trickled out in recent weeks, where people close to Roy seem to believe that he's on track to do something really special in his rookie campaign. For those of you who know this story, it almost becomes impossible not to root for this guy, given how much he's overcome in his life to get here. So if you're a sucker for the underdog story like I am, you definitely want to keep an eye out for a guy like Amit Roy as the season gets rolling. Amit Roy isn't the only rookie walking around with high hopes these days. From what I'm hearing, there's also a lot of excitement coming from soon-to-be rookie JJ Orillaza right now. Last year's USA Bantamweight winner is officially on the way to making his pro debut at the Fit World Pro, which is set to take place just over 10 weeks from now out there in Culver City, California. For Orillaza and his team, the goal during the offseason was to add enough quality muscle to create the illusion of depth and density heading into the contest. So if he can make that happen and get his conditioning to the level where it needs to be, I don't see any reason why he can't get frisky and make it interesting in that first call out. I told anyone who had listened last year that it was going to be a wild season in the figure division. And lo and behold, I was actually right. And I'm sure that reigning and defending Arnold Classic figure champ Candice Lewis wouldn't mind a little bit of controlled chaos right now to shake things up once again. Heading into this year's Arnold, somehow Lewis feels a little bit like a forgotten woman, despite the fact that she's the defending champion coming off what was easily the best season of her long and storied career. In a weird sort of way, Lewis almost feels like an underdog, given the buzz that's been surrounding new Olympia champ Sydney Gillen, and perhaps rightfully so. But when you've got something as talented and as motivated as Candice Lewis standing in your way, that, my friends, is no small order for anyone out there in the figure division. While most of the dopes like me out there in the world are busy focusing our attention on the Candice Lewises and Sydney Gillens of the world, out there in the trenches we've got a lot of athletes looking to make their mark on this figure international stage for the first time in their career. Athletes like second-year standout Natalia Soltero. With her outstanding rookie campaign officially in the rearview mirror, Soltero and her team are focused on bringing their talents to the great city of Columbus, Ohio, to square off in the biggest contest of her young career. It's obvious to anyone who's been paying attention just how talented Soltero is when she gets it going. And if last year's New York Pro win wasn't enough to convince you that she's the real deal, maybe a top 5 Arnold Classic finish will be enough to do the trick. With the men's physique division being as good as it is right now, there isn't any room for you to fall asleep at the wheel and not be nauseatingly consistent. So maybe it's a good thing then that 3-time Olympian Joseph Lee hasn't been getting much sleep lately. This week, some new shoulder training videos surfaced of a very focused looking Lee in action as he prepares to make his big push heading into phase 1 of his 2018 campaign. Very quietly, Lee has turned himself into one of the more underrated athletes in the division in the last 3 seasons. But as long as he can keep piling on the wins and slowly working his way up the ladder, it's only a matter of time before we see this guy break through and win one of men's physique's major titles. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.